Trigger warning, this is a very dark video. And I'm going to be commenting on incels. Let's start this off with a picture of my cat because she's the sweetest thing ever, and I'm going to end with this too because we're going to need it. Oh gosh. Looking through the website, I am dying inside. Okay, so I have a slightly different views because I have no doubt that there is no excuse for what these people are doing. Just warning you now. However, they have been hurt by us, and I want you to consider that instead of just blaming them for the aftermath. I know that this hatred, there's no way for it to be justified, and I know I'm going to be horrified, but at the same time, I think that this has reminded me that sometimes we have to treat the people in our lives better. And I'm not saying that you'd cause this or anything like that. Just consider it. And without further doubt, let's go into the video. Female validation. A lot of incels hold on to multiple contexts that contradict each other. They believe about women related to ideological psychology that devalue their existence. They're genetically hardwired to be hypergamous, inherently selfish, etc. While at the same time, they value their validations and what they think of that. Those are two contradictory concepts if women are bad, as Black Bill tells us. And we truly believe it, and there's no reason to value what they think. I've been saying this for a while. Nobody really wants female validation. We've just been indoctrinated over the years as children and basically socialized to value and chase after it. That's because female validation is the prerequisite to what we really want, sex. Well, it's a prerequisite to obtaining sex the usual way. You can just pay for it. It's completely contradictory to both acknowledge that women are basically instinct driven and illogical, yet somehow value whether or not they admire you or think highly of you. They're basically an AI running lines of code. Would you care if an AI, something has no true concept of reality and merely does what its code dictates, cares about you? Of what value is its evaluation of you when it has no true sense of self? How can you devalue women as an existence while at the same time claiming their evaluation of you is something that matters? Do you see the obvious contradiction yet? That would be like me saying I have a broken mirror, yet I trust its ability to give me an accurate reflection. One should only get valued a evaluation given by someone relative to how much they value the local integrity of said person. In other words, if you truly believe the black pill says, then valuing female validation, aren't you putting stakes into the competency of a group of fools you yourself deem as competent? Female validation is just a prerequisite to attaining sex. It's not the goal, it's a prerequisite to achieving the goal, and only foolish egoists chases after validations. As black pillars, we're supposed to be introspective, the deep thinkers. To cling and chase after female validation is illogical, especially for an incel. You already know what you want, sex. So chase after that. And when you see things in such a manner, a slew of options open up to you. Things you did not even consider because your ego was binding you from it. Okay, so you basically get quite a bit of their logic here. They think that humans, I mean, girls in women in particular, are selfish, inherent beings who only care about the outside of a person and who don't give a shit about personality. And that not many of them believe this, that they have a right to have sex and that women are worth nothing and should be raped with no problems whatsoever, which I have a huge problem with, especially since I am a said woman. So if women are the same species as men and we don't have emotions, then what are men? Are they so much better just because we're the same species? If we run on instinct, so do they. As well as, is it really that wrong to value yourself? I've seen people on this site, I've been stalking the site for a while, don't ask, um, like say slurs, not slurs, but like their own version of slurs, like noodle whore for Asians, which I find horrible. Like a lot of posts are like they can't be racist, or like we can't be racist. We just see the truth, but the truth is you're just grading people and saying something based on not even your race if you don't know the race. And as well as they're degrading people for saying they have low self-esteem while posting pictures on social media. All I have to say to that is I post on social media constantly to hide my deadness inside. And although I hate every single one of my photos, I still post mostly pictures of my cat nowadays. But just saying, it's just there's so many things wrong with this statement, as well as that when you have no true value of self, that the answer itself has no true value of self. Well, if women can say the same thing of men. They can say they only care about looks. They can say that everything this and that and this and that, but in the end it doesn't matter because everybody has their own opinion of who they are, and not your opinion will sometimes affect that, rarely, just like in my case, it won't, because they know who they are, they know what they believe, and you posting on the site shitting on them isn't going to help. Stacy's can't have depression. Stacy, who tells everyone they're depressed in a cuck chat, makes me want to rope. And then all the cucks message them if they're okay just to get chances at Floyd's guts. Meanwhile, if you're an incel and look like you haven't slept in 2 weeks, nobody cares to help you. You just left to suffer in the corner while everybody walks by you and thinks you're a homeless ethnic nobody. In case you don't know, Stacy's are like the word for a like above average, pretty, like traditionally pretty attractive girl. And this could not be less true. Anybody can have depression. Like, I have depression. I'm from a well off family. I am plenty happy, things to be happy about. But I am severely depressed to the point where I am suicidal at times. And this next post just makes me want to punch someone. This is simple. Whores experience emotion on a far more basic level than males. They attribute their trivial emotions to greater magnitude because she's incapable of understanding perspective. A female will not get Chadcock in 2 weeks, and instantly her hormones and primitive mind jump to conclusions that she is hideous and therefore will never get laid again. So she flocks to social media and her other countless support avenues and craves a level of validation to feel better about herself. Women have zero ability to contemplate the actual nature of being alone or unwanted. They experience it on a purely superficial level. Kat didn't want to fuck her? Well, she takes that as the same situation as never having any friends or social validation in her life. She attributes minor annoyances and temporary melancholy with genuine depression. Look at the vile sluts on YouTube making vlogs about their recovery. They're all young girls talking about openly about how they suffered with depression despite having a huge friend group, a boyfriend, loving parents. Their financial stability, not that it matters, because she can solve any problems by selling used panties. Support of teachers and coworkers, and then she'll express inane drivel about how having literally no reason to be depressed, she still felt recognized and like nobody cares. These subhuman creatures are the worst form of female. This type to market fashion depression, a sickening, artificial kind of attention seeking. She gets a LARP as a damaged, like stunningly sexy outsider girl. Hosts do things like create online and offline personas built around their depression. And they have unwittingly convinced people that depression is this soft and fluffy mental illness that only attracts attractive teens and 20 somethings so they can garner countless faggots to support them and virtue signal, all hoping to want to fix her. Women cannot get depression of any kind. The only females that kill themselves are the ones that realize they're behind their prime and chads no longer wish to pity fuck them, or retarded little girls that fail to grasp the finality of death and romanticize it like the putrid spastics they are. Obviously, these people know nothing about depression. There's a reason why people have depression. You don't have, your life can be perfect and you can still have depression. One of my best friends is beautiful. Everybody likes her. Her family and everybody supports her, but she has pretty bad depression to a point where she overdoses a lot. And no, this doesn't have anything to do with people wanting you or our inability to feel emotions. We obviously feel more emotions than you guys, because if you felt any emotions, maybe you'd have empathy for those who have depression despite having nice lives. Instead of blaming them and saying that they're idiots, you should be empathetic. You should try to get through to them. Instead of making assumptions from the outside, maybe you can actually try something. And I know I'm not any better, but at least I have a way to express my opinion to everybody instead of just hiding on a website and hoping everybody will agree with you just because they're all under the same label and hating a certain group. You know what that is? Pathetic. Got it? Okay. Now, I realize I've gotten completely far from my original remember that these people have been hurt mantra, but I honestly can't forgive this because I have seen so many people that suffered despite nothing happening to them. And I can't forgive this. It's just too hard. I can't. Not only that, but the idea that only they can have depression, that's not real. Do you know what so many people thought before this? They thought that only people who had been through horrible things and all these horrible things could have depression. But no, the truth is, depression can attack anybody. You're not just the only one who has depression. You are one of the many. And I know that's not a good thing. More people should be helped. But these people are acting like they're the ones who know about it all. And I can't forgive that. This is not the way to go about it. If you want to express your anger, I have mostly no problems with you expressing it on this site, which I'm now hijacking and commenting on for the outside world. But at least just at least try, because these people seem like they don't have any empathy at all. And if these people are really as miserable as they seem, shouldn't they want to help other people like them instead of just complaining about it and doing nothing to change themselves? I mean, doesn't make sense with me. Anyways, time to end the video. Phoebe out to save the day. She always makes me feel better. I'm gonna play with her after uploading this video. And so that was Incels. I'm not going to reveal the site because I don't want to ruin well, their paradise because this is their safe spot and I don't want to ruin that. Anyways, good luck to anybody watching this video because I hope nobody got excessively mad like I did. Bye!